Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here and you've never seen my face before, welcome. My name is Christina. I am a real estate entrepreneur, investor, and agent out of Phoenix, Arizona. Watched my last couple videos, you know that this year I am on a content creation journey and on a mission to find my voice again. If you don't know what that means, you can go watch my previous couple of videos, especially the first one where I go in depth a little bit about why I quote unquote disappeared from social media. I can also give you a little cliff notes right now. Like 5 years ago, I built a following on social media when I was going through a personal healing journey when it came to my health. I kind of made the decision after a little while to completely ghost the following and deleted the page entirely, really because it turned into something that I thought that I couldn't handle. In my time away from social media, I have learned so much about myself and gained so much emotional maturity. And it's been interesting to think about how my life has evolved since, because I'm very much being pushed back into a sharing space, back into a direction to start sharing again. And so it's been really interesting to watch things unfold. But I'm back, and that's all that matters. College, I did a lot of traveling. It was mostly budget travel. It was a lot of hostels and cheap hotels, and I had some experiences with host families, which was amazing. But it was not your typical like resort travel. The type of travel that I was doing really gave me a deep appreciation for storytelling, for hearing people's stories, for being a part of people's stories, and vice versa with myself. And when I joined online entrepreneurial communities, so communities of online entrepreneurs, as you can probably guess or imagine, my love for storytelling expanded even more so. And so this year, I'm really on a mission to get good at telling my own story again, because I really was at one point, and I lost it, and I need to get it back. But I know that nobody is going to watch the first 50 to 100 videos that I post, right? For a year and a half and 2 years, when I've really stepped up my game and I have all new equipment and I'm actually trying to appease the YouTube algorithms, I want people that, maybe found me from a much later video than the one that I'm doing right now to be able to scroll down to videos like this from the very, very beginning of my journey, and to be able to say, oh, wow, she's not making this up, right? You really do just need to get started. And so that's the vision for this channel, at least. It's one of the many visions. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from right now. Only heard the topic that I want to discuss today really talked about in a way that I resonate with in one place. And that is on Andy Frisella's Real AF podcast. If you don't know who Andy Frisella is, go look him up. I'm not going to try to convince anyone to listen to him or to like him. His approach and his delivery is not everybody's flavor, but I will say that I would credit him with being the first person to really open my eyes to a lot of the things that I have explored about myself in the last year. Thing that he's opened my eyes to has been personal excellence is really the framework for everything. And this is probably an in-depth topic, this is probably a topic full length for another video. Not this one today, but I'll just leave it at that. Is personal excellence is the framework for everything. So on our topic for today, the internet really does not make things easy. It's never been easier to start an online business, but at the same time, it's like everybody is starting a business. And there's definitely a watered down, kind of romanticized perception of what life is like as an entrepreneur. The reality is that very few people, especially with the internet at our fingertips the way that it is today, have a true understanding of what entrepreneurship actually entails and the sacrifices that have to be made. I'll tell you guys the truth here. The truth, point blank period, is that starting a company of your own, online or not, is brutal. Brutal. Yes, it has never been easier than it is today. But it will always be a brutal lifestyle to choose. In what ways? What ways am I talking about? Let's start with the fact that you have to be okay with, for your whole life, the fact that you are going to be called to solve problems that you did not create. And this will happen over and over and over again. It will be your life. You get paid to solve people's problems with a service. That's what you're doing as a business owner. Who, as an entrepreneur, are now responsible for creating money out of thin air. Now, you don't get paid no matter what mood you're in. So there's a lot of pressure that comes with this lifestyle. And statistically, most people don't make it. Statistically. Entrepreneurship is really personal development disguised as professional development. And what do I mean by that? All of the skills and qualities that I lack, that I know that need to develop in order for me to be successful as an entrepreneur, I want to improve them, okay? Why wouldn't I want thicker skin? Why wouldn't I want better self-discipline or better impulse control or better time management? Personally, everything that I have learned that I may lack so far in my journey, I want to work on developing. None of them are negative traits. But to some people, nothing about what I just described about entrepreneurship sounds appealing, right? But why do a lot of people start having thoughts of owning their own business or transitioning to a more entrepreneurial lifestyle? And that is because they want freedom, right? They want control of their time, control over how much money they're making. And if that's the case, but you're okay with not being number one in the company, I really think that there is possibility for a lot more people to thrive as what's called an intrapreneur, meaning an employee of an entrepreneurial company. You find an entrepreneurial company, so maybe a startup in whatever field or industry that you're in or that you are working in, okay? Work for somebody who has processes in place, that has a vision that you see yourself fitting into. I think that is the key component here. And the reason why I think this part is so important is because a lot of people, I think, maybe might start to feel like they're meant to be entrepreneurs or go off and do something on their own because they don't feel fulfilled or they don't feel challenged or appreciated or seen where they are currently. When faced with the actual reality of what being the CEO or the boss entails, a lot of people don't want the responsibility in real life that comes with all of those things. And again, that is absolutely fine. I really know all too well the feeling of feeling like you're in a box, like you want more, like you don't want a ceiling or cap on the amount of money that you're making, and that you want to build something that you're proud of. And all of those things are what draw people to learn about entrepreneurial lifestyles online, right? And so if you don't have any business experience or high income skills, and chances are if you went to college, you don't, you need them. Advice would be to seek people who make you excited to learn from them and let them mentor you on all fronts. Like if you're somebody who's a self-starter, which you probably are if you're watching my content, know that it is completely fine to do this. Like probably necessary for you to work for somebody else, even if it's temporary. And maybe it's not temporary. A lot of people, I think, have to talk themselves into working for somebody in the beginning by telling themselves that it's temporary. What if you like it? What if you like doing it? Maybe it's not temporary and you become part of a growing, thriving company, have control of different aspects of your life and your career, and you build an incredible life in that way. Creating your own lane is not always the only way to do it, right? I wanted to bring this up because I think it's really easy, especially online, to look at people's journeys and compare their chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to our chapter 1, right? And how it usually goes online is people stay quiet when they're in chapter 1, okay? People usually wait until they have success that can't be ignored to really put themselves out there and doing things like I'm doing. Maybe if more of us that are maybe only 1 or 2 steps above or ahead of somebody who would benefit from watching this video, if more of us spoke up, I think we'd all have more realistic expectations across the board about what it's like to make major life decisions like this. And maybe, just maybe, just fucking maybe, people wouldn't quit so easily. Just maybe. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, till the end. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this, and if you've ever heard of this phenomenon of being an intrapreneur. Comment your thoughts down below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be releasing new videos every Monday, at the very least for the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes, and maybe it'll be even more than that. But for right now, once a week for the entire year. Thank you.